Something shifted within him the moment you entered his life. He felt exposed, vulnerable, as if standing naked under heaven's spotlight. The angels whisper that your presence wasn't a coincidence. It was a divine appointment written in starlight long before either of you took your first breath. You disrupted his carefully constructed walls with nothing but your existence. Your energy pierced through his defenses like morning light streaming through thick curtains. He doesn't understand why you affect him so profoundly, why every cell in his body recognizes you like returning home after lifetimes of wandering. But here's what he can't see yet. You're not just another character in his story. You're the mirror God placed before him, reflecting back the parts of himself he's been hiding, even from his own heart. Your light compels him to confront the shadows he's carried for years. The angels say this meeting was orchestrated by forces beyond human comprehension. Two souls destined to awaken each other. Two hearts meant to either heal together or teach each other what love truly costs. This isn't coincidence. This is divine intervention wrapped in human form. He tried to forget you because forgetting would be simpler than confronting what you represent. The possibility that everything he thought he knew about himself was just a beautiful illusion. His heart bears scars that have never seen the light of day. Wounds inflicted by women who promised forever but left him feeling abandoned. Each betrayal added another brick to the wall around his soul until he became a fortress no one could penetrate. The angels witness his tremors when he thinks of you, not from fear of you, but from terror of himself. What if he opens up and you see the broken parts? What if his love isn't enough? What if you leave like all the others did? He's been conditioned to believe that vulnerability equals weakness, that showing his true heart means handing someone the knife to destroy him. So he stays locked behind his defenses, watching you through the cracks, aching to reach out but paralyzed by past pain. There's a little boy inside him who still cries for the mother who left, the father who never said, "I'm proud of you," and the first love who chose someone else. These ghosts haunt every new beginning, whispering lies about his worth. But here's what the angels want you to know: his walls aren't about you. They're about survival. Every time he pulls away, it's not rejection. It's protection. His heart knows you're safe, but his mind remembers every time safety was an illusion. He fights his feelings for you because loving you means facing every demon he's ever buried. And some battles take time. Sweet soul, while he wrestles with his shadows, you must not lose yourself in his storm. The angels whisper urgently, your light is precious, not to be dimmed while waiting for someone else to find their way. You cannot love someone into healing. You cannot sacrifice your peace to calm their chaos. Your energy is sacred, meant to be shared, not depleted. Guard it like the treasure it is. There's a difference between supporting someone's growth and becoming their emotional crutch. Love should inspire both people to become better versions of themselves, not drain one to fill the other. Watch for the signs. Are you making excuses for his behavior? Accepting less than you deserve because you see his potential? Losing sleep over someone who won't fight for you in daylight? These are warnings from your soul, begging you to remember your worth. The angels remind you that self-love isn't selfish, it's necessary. You must fill your own cup first before pouring into his. Your happiness cannot depend on his healing timeline. Your worth cannot be measured by his ability to receive your love. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is step back and let someone confront their own battles. Sometimes the greatest gift you can offer is showing them what it looks like to choose yourself. She who knows her worth attracts those ready to honor it. Angels whisper your presence in his life acts like a spiritual X-ray, revealing everything he's tried to hide from himself. The angels say you don't even have to try. Your authenticity alone exposes his masks, his pretenses, and his carefully constructed lies. When he looks at you, he sees what genuineness looks like. Your natural way of being becomes a mirror reflecting his own inauthenticity back at him. It's uncomfortable, almost painful, because you make him realize how long he's been performing instead of truly living. You carry yourself with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are. He envies this. He's spent years shape-shifting to fit others' expectations, losing pieces of himself along the way. Your wholeness reminds him of his own fragmentation. The way you speak your truth without apology terrifies and inspires him. Your boundaries are clear, not walls built from fear but guidelines drawn from self-respect. This shows him the difference between protecting yourself and hiding from life. Your energy doesn't demand anything from him, yet it challenges everything in him. You're not trying to fix him or change him, but your very existence poses the question, who are you when no one is watching? Who are you when the masks come off? This is why he runs. Not because you're too much, but because you're exactly enough. You're the mirror showing him who he could become if he stopped being afraid of his own reflection. Something is stirring in the depths of his soul. The angels see the first cracks appearing in his armor, tiny fissures where light begins to seep through. Your influence works like water on stone, gentle but persistent, slowly reshaping what seemed immovable. He finds himself thinking differently lately. Patterns that once felt natural now seem foreign. The lies he's told himself for years ring hollow in his ears. He questions choices he never thought to question before, wondering if there's another way to live. Small changes arise like green shoots after winter. He discovers that he is being kinder to strangers, more honest in conversations, and less willing to play games with people's hearts. Your authenticity has sown seeds of truth in his mind. He begins to notice things he has been blind to, the beauty in simple moments, the weight of his own words, the cost of living behind masks. Your perspective on the world has given him new eyes, and he's starting to appreciate what he sees. There are times when he almost calls you, almost reaches out, almost lets his guard down completely. The angels say these are sacred moments when his soul breaks free from the prison of his mind, if only for an instant. He's coming to understand that healing isn't about forgetting the past, it's about integrating it without allowing it to define the future. You've shown him that being broken doesn't equate to being worthless, that scars can be beautiful when worn with wisdom. The awakening has begun. He moves toward you like ocean waves, rushing forward with passion, then retreating in fear. This dance isn't cruelty, beloved. It's his soul fighting against his conditioning, love battling learned helplessness. The angels explain this sacred rhythm. Each time he draws close, old wounds scream warnings. His nervous system, trained by trauma, inundates him with alarm signals. Danger, it whispers. Remember what happened before. So he pulls back, not because you've done anything wrong, but because his body remembers betrayal better than his heart remembers love. He needs space to calm the storm inside, to separate the past from the present, fear from reality. But here's the miracle the angels want you to see. Each cycle brings him closer. Every retreat is shorter than the last. Every return reveals more of his true self. He's learning to trust despite his terror and to love despite his scars. Some nights he lies awake, knowing he's pushing away the best thing in his life. The war between his heart and his fear exhausts him. He wants to give in to what he feels for you, but surrender feels like death to someone who survived by staying guarded. This isn't about you proving your worth or chasing him through his cycles. This is about understanding that healing isn't linear. Growth spirals. Love sometimes takes the long way home. Be patient with his process, but never sacrifice your peace for his patterns. Your love works like medicine in his system, slowly, quietly, healing wounds he didn't even know were still bleeding. The angels whisper that you don't need to do anything special. Your very presence is the balm his soul has been craving. Every kind word you speak rewrites years of harsh criticism he's internalized. Every moment you see good in him plants seeds that will bloom into self-acceptance. Your patience with his flaws teaches him that love doesn't require perfection. He's never experienced love that doesn't demand payment, love that doesn't come with conditions and fine print. Your unconditional acceptance confuses his wounded heart. He keeps waiting for the other shoe to drop, for you to finally see his broken places and run. But you stay. Through his walls, his moods, and his fears. And slowly, something inside him begins to believe he might actually be worthy of this gift you're offering. Your love doesn't try to fix him, it simply holds space for his healing. Like sunlight to a flower, you provide the conditions for growth without forcing the process. This is why he's changing, why he's becoming more himself around you. The medicine of your love is teaching him that he's not too damaged for devotion, not too broken for belonging. Through your eyes, he's beginning to see himself as the angels see him, perfectly imperfect, beautifully human, worthy of love exactly as he is. This is sacred work you're doing, even when it doesn't feel like it. The angels want you to know something profound. This entire journey has been divinely orchestrated. Every moment of confusion, every step forward and backward, every tear shed has been part of a larger plan you cannot yet see. God's timing doesn't match human urgency. His ways unfold like seasons, slowly, purposefully, with wisdom that transcends our understanding. What feels like a delay is actually preparation. What seems like a setback is actually a setup. You were placed in his path when his soul was ready to be stirred, not when his mind was ready to understand. The divine works through the heart first, then slowly convinces the head. This is why the connection feels so intense yet so complicated. Trust the process, even when it makes no earthly sense. The angels are weaving your stories together with threads of pure intention. Every prayer you've whispered about this situation has been heard and is being answered, just not in the way you expected. There are lessons you both needed to learn before you could be together in a healthy way. His healing serves your future. Your growth serves his awakening. You're being prepared for a love that will honor both of your journeys. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Romans 8 verse 28. Rest in this truth, beloved. What's meant for you will never pass you by, and what passes you by was never meant for you. His heart pounds with a truth he's never spoken aloud. The words "I love you" sit trapped behind his teeth like caged birds, desperate for flight but terrified of the sky. The angels see his internal struggle, desire battling with decades of learned self-protection. He rehearses conversations with you in his mind, practicing vulnerability like it's a foreign language. What if he opens his mouth and only broken sounds come out? What if his love isn't eloquent enough, pure enough, or worthy enough for someone like you? Late at night, when the world sleeps and defenses lower, he almost reaches for his phone. His fingers hover over your name, heart hammering against his ribs. In those sacred moments, love nearly wins. Almost. But vulnerability feels like standing naked in a storm. Every instinct screams for shelter, for the familiar safety of emotional distance. He's been hurt by those who claim to love him, betrayed by those who promised to stay. How can he trust again when trust feels like handing someone a loaded weapon? Yet something deeper than fear stirs within him. A recognition that what you share is worth the risk. That some loves are so rare, so sacred, that they demand courage from us. Remaining safe and closed means missing the very thing his soul has been searching for. Perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. 1 John 4 verse 18. The angels whisper that his breakthrough is coming. Love is teaching him that vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the only path to connection. Breathe deeply, beautiful soul. Release your tight grip on how this story should unfold. The angels surround you with peace as you learn the sacred art of surrender, not giving up, but yielding to forces wiser than human planning. Your heart has done its work. You've loved without guarantee, stayed open despite uncertainty, offered grace when you received confusion. This is enough. You are enough. Whatever happens next is not a reflection of your worth. If he chooses love over fear, it will be because his soul has finally realized what yours has known all along, that some connections go beyond explanation and that some love is worth every risk. But his choice must come from his own awakening, not from your persuasion. If he chooses safety over surrender, bless him and let him go. Your love was never meant to be a prison for either of you. True love always includes the freedom to walk away, even when doing so breaks both hearts. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing. Trust that your heart will heal and expand no matter what happens. Trust that love given is never wasted, even when it's not returned in the way you hoped. The angels remind you that you came into this world whole, and you will leave it whole. No one can complete you because you were never incomplete. Love is meant to enhance your wholeness, not create it. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Your future is bright, beloved. With or without him, you are destined for joy.